Hi guys, we are back with some brilliant shadows. Had to take a second to read that. Toby, move. You cannot be underneath there. So, this is a game that is created by the same people that did Perceptions of the Dead and then the Embers of Magic. Perceptions of the Dead, I also found out, officially comes out the second part next month. Woo! We got this one going. Sorry if my sound's spiking. Let's see if we can fix that somewhat. Alright, so we're gonna get into this. This is another story one. We'll see. Hopefully you guys enjoy. I'm sure enjoying these.
We're going to do this, and you and I are going to end up together.
Yeah, once our training is done, we're going to be paired, and we're going to be the best pair in the world.
We'll be best friends forever.
Nothing is going to stop us as long as we're together.
Nothing.
It's a promise.
Promise.
Thump. Woo.
I'm awake.
Yeah, I'll bet you are.
Prude. I like her.
Prude? What do you want?
I'm glad I came to check on you. Partied a little too hard after graduation?
In place of memories, Ash only found a fizzling sensation where the after-mentioned evening should have been.
Yes.
Oh, so I suppose we shouldn't worry about the pairing ritual then?
Ash was on her feet with a start.
Oh!
There we go, that's the Ash I know and love. Get dressed, I'll meet you downstairs. I'm supposed to collect any other tardy graduates.
Thanks. I'll see you there.
See you later, partner!
The two girls stifled squeals of excitement. Oh! The day had finally come, 14 years of training, and they were finally going to become a pair. They would finally be set free upon the world and have a chance to work their magic. Oh, the plans they had. Ash was dressed and groomed in record time. She took a few bites of the pastry her drunk self had possessed the wisdom to save, but couldn't manage to finish it. The excitement curbed her appetite. Ooh, I really like her outfit. Had Prude forgotten something?
Yes?
The door swung open and Hector stepped inside.
Oh good, you are already about. I wanted to ensure you were not tardy.
I don't see why you would assume I'd be tardy today of all days.
No, you are correct. I suppose I should have assumed prudence would have gotten you up.
Ash flushed at the comment.
Well, I just wanted to ensure that you were up and about. I will see you at the ritual.
Ash wanted to throw something after him as he left. I can understand that. Hector was a year or two older than her. He had graduated 2 years ago, and after the ritual, he had found himself unpaired. He had been so much nicer before that. They had never quite been friends, but they had at least flirted with the notion back then. This year would be his third chance. She was impressed he had been able to survive that amount of humiliation.
Forget him. Today is our day.
The idea of finally fulfilling her dream of becoming one of the pairs, of joining the orders. She couldn't contain her excitement. Forcing herself to stifle her enthusiasm, if only a little, Ash adopted her serious face. She cloaked herself in an air of dignity and stepped out of her door. The walk to the ritual chamber took far less time than she remembered. She must have been unconsciously rushing. Other students had arrived, but the chamber hadn't quite filled. There were many more to come. Ash chose to burn the time by retrieving a book from the pocket in her sleeve and burying her nose within. Bookworm! A few moments passed before she felt a tap on her shoulder. Prude was looking at her with a whimsical smile, and behind her the chamber was alive with the bustle of 100 graduates.
Already lost again, I see.
I was just passing the time.
Are you ready?
Very.
The two exchanged knowing smiles.
Silence!
Oh, jeez.
You all know why you are here. You have completed your training. Today is the day where we perform the pairing ritual. In this ritual, the dark magic of necromancy is balanced against the light magic of the Paladin Order.
In pairing, we find balance.
To find only one, we are lost in darkness.
Or blinded by the light.
It is only in finding balance that we can know true understanding and power.
Now form up. You should all know the incantation by now. We will begin immediately.
The graduates moved as though on instinct and were in position in moments.
Begin.
For a heartbeat, Ash struggled to find the first words of the ritual, flustered by both excitement and anxiety. She knew, however, this wouldn't affect the spell. Any mage that performed the incantation prior to its completion had a chance to be prepared. Assuming, of course, that one possessed significant power. As the voices rose, so did the abundant magical energy. Each figure began to emanate their element. Ash saw Prude beaming with light, and she could sense the shadow that poured from her. The energy began to swirl and spiral upwards towards the center of the room. It began to swirl and twist in on itself, flaring brighter and darker as each voice ascended towards it. Then all at once, it became solid. A massive yin-yang hung above them. It spun gently, burning with raw magic of both light and shadow. Ash could not hold back a smile as awe took her. It was finally happening. The explosion hit with such force, Ash was on her knees before she could even process it had happened. She found herself gasping for air. A moment passed and fear took her. What if she hadn't been paired? The thought struck so hard Ash could only avert her eyes, daring not to look at the back of her left hand, her primary hand. Looking instead to her distant left, Ash saw Prude staring at the back of her own fist, a smile curving across her face. The fear dissolved. There was no way. Her best and closest friend was going to be paired to her. This would be but the first climax in the story of their life. Her eyes fell to her clutched fist as she uncurled her fingers. The back of her hand held a black bird, its wings outstretched, its feathers curling wildly. It was beautiful.
Kinda weird we got a spider.
Oh shit.
No.
How? You're my best friend! Who could be a better pairing for me than you?
Ash couldn't find words. Where Prude was able to find anger, she could only find sorrow. The two stood there for an eternity. Words were at a loss to convey what they felt. Only silence could be portraying that emptiness.
Does anyone have a spider? Anyone at all? I am terribly excited to meet you. I promise I will be the best necromancer you will ever know.
Hector looked deeply concerned, almost panicked himself.
I was top of my class, you know. In fact, I've even been teaching this last year. I'll admit, I am lowborn, and I do have a silly last name, but that's no reason to hide from me. I don't suppose that the ritual went awry?
No. The spell has never failed. Not in the 40 times I've been here for it.
And there is no record of it having failed prior to that.
If you did not pair, you would not be marked.
Truly sorry if I've disappointed you, but I swear I will spend the rest of my life proving to you that I am a worthy pairing.
Don't think that's gonna be enough, dude.
Go.
This isn't right.
Go. I have to find my pairing as well. But there's a paladin out there just as harried.
You're still my best friend.
And you are mine.
This isn't right.
I know, now go!
Prudence. This is so wonderful. I am so happy.
She's not.
No, I'm sorry. I know how much you two wanted to be paired. Please don't tell me she is without.
No, Ash was paired.
That's good. At least you need not suffer the stigma of being unpaired. Here, show me your hand. I will help you find your pair. Oh my, the phoenix. A lovely mark.
Phoenix! I feel bad for him.
Does anyone have a phoenix mark? You may have mistaken it for a bird. Oh, come now. There can only be but one or two of you left. Speak up. I imagine someone may be in a situation similar to your own, scared to admit they did not get the partner they wanted. Let me speak with Luciana and Zachariah. Would you mind coming with me, Prudence?
It's Prue, and no, I'm not leaving her until she finds her pair.
Prude it is, and I understand. I will be right back.
You know, this may sound weird, but I actually have a really good feeling about this. The moment he realized I was his pair and he mine, something just clicked.
Okay, we are going to turn the music down real quick. We're going to save. Okay. Okay, so return. We are going to go to settings. Okay. That way you guys can still hear what they're saying, but music is not going to be so overpowering.
It will be the same for you. I promise.
Somehow, when you say it like that, I believe it.
Everyone who has paired and met their partner, sit down.
Okay, this is freaky.
There were an odd number of students. At least one student being unpaired is to be expected. You yourself should know that we'd be lucky to have only one. There were 5 in your class. What do you mean she has a mark? She must have drawn it on herself or something. Oh, well, I suppose you would know.
Veronica Ashmar, come with us, please.
Prudence, you too.
That we're going to end this episode. I hope you guys are enjoying this one. This one's taking a very interesting turn. I kind of am speculating that she paired with herself. Possibly. We shall see. With that, I hope you guys are enjoying, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye!